A football life.
You're looking at an unusual story here, and a person in myself who can go back and remember the sights and sounds and smells of the first time I ever put on a football uniform. I remember being in 4th grade, and I can still remember the feel of the leather pads on my shoulders and the way they smelled. To me, football was all about myth.
Life is great. Football is better. Steve Sabol.
And I think he really believed that. His whole life was NFL films.
Basically, I think he saw his life through the camera and how it was going to be projected on the screen.
I think my brother thought in frames. Yeah, and story. Drama.
In honor and recognition of both Ed and Steve Sabol's contributions to the National Football League, and as an everlasting memorial to Steve, we're officially changing our... When you walk back into the building, you'll see a new picture in the lobby of Steve and his dad with one of his favorite sayings, "Life is great, football is better." And finally, one of Steve's very, very favorite music compositions was A Hero Remembered. As Kenny Smith raises a flag in Steve's memory that will fly here at NFL Films, I thought it'd be an opportune time for us each to remember our hero, Steve.
Steve Sabol's two passions were football and film. By combining them, he helped turn the sport he loved into America's passion.
All right, I think we got it.
Jackie Robinson said, "A life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives." Steve's impact on those who knew him as a friend, teammate, son, brother, husband, and boss was life-altering. But what Steve discovered in the 18 months he lived after learning he had brain cancer was what a profound impact he had on thousands of people he had only briefly, or more often than not, never even met.
Dear Mr. Sabol.
Dear Steve.
Dear Mr. Sabol.
Hi, Steve.
He was always the kind of guy that if someone would write him a letter, he would write back. And he was just like, how am I ever going to respond to these? And he was just like overwhelmed.
Dear Mr. Sabol.
Dear Steve.
Hi, Steve. You don't know me.
You don't know me,
but I feel
as
you.
if I know you.
I know we've never met.
Although I have never met you, I feel like I have.
I feel I've known you my whole life.
Mr. Sabol, I'm a 48-year-old father of 3 children.
I am a woman of 67 years old.
I am a 78-year-old
I am a 51-year-old.
I'm 40 and I always remember you being there.
As with millions of other NFL fans, you have had an impact on my life.
You have made a massive impact on my life.
You made the game matter to me.
You have no idea the impact you've had on so many lives.
This film is both their story and his, the story of a perfect football life.
Hi, I'm Steve Sabol of NFL Films. Football is a special game. It's played nowhere else on earth. It's a unique game, a tough and demanding one. But most of all, it's a team game. And to be successful, all members of the team must work together. A football team is really just a group of guys throwing in with each other on a dream they've had their whole lives. It's about self-respect, self-sacrifice. It's about being part of something larger than yourself and feeling proud of it. And this season, all of you in this room become part of a special football tradition. The T Cotton Bowl. And this is a continuing story. It's a living history that's been going on for 30 years. Now you get to write the next chapter. You get to make your mark in a book that will never be erased. And this next chapter will be written, as all of those before it, in sweat and blood, with pride and commitment. And nobody can predict how this part of the story will end. But when it does end, make sure you can say to yourself, I did my best. Be proud of this tradition. It's a great tradition, and you're about to be part of it. Good luck.